welcome. This is Farouk from Actualized Digital Assets. Today, in today's briefing, we're going to talk about the recent events that happened in the Middle East in the last 24 to 48 hours and how these events and this fragile ceasefire can affect and might affect your portfolio and your investments. So, so this is not a financial advice. These are our predictions based on the data that we have access to and the numbers that are available publicly, and also based on the global trends and economic data. So, uh, so today's briefing is called the Hormuz Gambit: Shielding Wealth and Seizing Alpha in a Disrupted World. So this is meant to be a thought experiment because we actually don't know how the ceasefire in the Middle East uh, will fare. And the meaning of the word gambit in chess is a move where a major player sacrifices a piece to achieve a resulting strategic advantage. So right now, the global economy is forced to make just such a sacrifice if this ceasefire doesn't hold in the Middle East between Iran and Israel. So, so this is the matter of the fact today, as of today. Um, the world's single most critical point for of failure for energy has almost failed, and the recent Iran-Israel conflict was more than a regional dispute. It was a geopolitical earthquake that sent tremors directly into the Strait of Hormuz. So let me be clear about what this means. Nearly 20% of the world's seaborne oil and gas flows through this single narrow choke point. The threat of its closure, even for a short period, represents nothing less than a potential catastrophe for the global supply chain. This is not an academic exercise. This is direct and present danger to global economic stability. So this is how these are oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz, and you can see how the danger basically almost flows. Look at key destinations: 5.4 million barrels per day to China, over 2 million to India, nearly 2 million to South Korea, Japan, even Europe, and the United States are on the list. The critical takeaway here is that no economy is an island. The deep interconnectedness of our system means a crisis in the Persian Gulf lands on the shores of every major economic power, impacting manufacturing, trade, consumer activity everywhere and anywhere. This is precisely how the first domino falls. So the sequence is both predictable and ruthless, unfortunately. First, the obvious is an energy spike. Oil prices surge, and the cost of energy for the entire world goes up overnight. Second, that spike triggers supply chain chaos. This is not just about fuel or ships, it's about the cost of plastics, fertilizers, and a thousand other industrial inputs derived from petroleum. Global logistics are thrown into disarray. And the inflation, the third step is an inflation surge. Faced with increasing costs and supply shocks, central banks are cornered. Their tools are designed to combat demand driven inflation, not a supply side crisis like this. So they're trapped. And the final domino falls, which is the equity collapse. Corporate earnings get crushed, consumer demand flatters, and widespread wealth erosion begins. Traditional portfolios are now in the front line of a war they're not equipped to fight. So, in a world where central banks are trapped, we must ask a fundamental question: what is the nature of true value? This brings us to the core of our thesis today: the clash between two monetary philosophies. On one side, we have central banks. Their mandate, in essence, is to print money. Their supply is unlimited. Their action is dictated by policy and politics. On the other side, you have a system like Bitcoin protocol. Its mandate is mathematics and algorithm. Its supply is permanently fixed and transparently auditable by anyone. Its scarcity isn't a policy choice; it's enforced by code. in an inflationary world, one system is designed to debase value, while the other is designed to preserve it. So that's very important. Central bankers have proven they can print money, unlimited, actually, quantities of money. They most certainly cannot print oil or mathematical truth. So now the reasons for this crisis. Um, as you can see from Bitwise, Bitcoin versus equities, as you have the volatility of equities is higher now than Bitcoin. So as you can see, it's Bitcoin has lower volatility because it's least affected by such geopolitical events and macro instability. Um, and you can see also that Bitcoin and crypto has historically low volatility. So what's really fascinating here is that the narrative of extreme volatility is in itself evolving, and it's the volatility is declining. When you zoom out and look at the long-term secular trend, the conclusion is undeniable. Bitcoin's volatility is maturing as adoption increases, as institutional capital flows, as the asset class finds its foot in the global finance. The wild swings of its infancy are steadily being tamed. What you are looking at here are historically low levels of volatility. The asset is growing up, the risk profile is changing. Um, Now you can see after BlackRock, now the BBVA bank from the Spanish bank suggests that his clients make 7% crypto allocations. So this is not anymore a matter of limited adoption, but it's or fringe theory that's discussed in obscure corners of the internet. The world's largest, most conservative, and most intelligent financial institutions are arriving at the exact same. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, enters the space. The world takes notice, and when a major European bank like BBV explicitly advises its affluent clients to make up to 7% allocation to crypto, it signals a permanent structural shift in asset management. The smart money is no longer just watching from the sideline, they're getting on the field. So now you can see our model portfolio that we have developed since a few years. As you can see, we have outperformed Bitcoin, and we have also outperformed Nasdaq index. So you can see the performance is up to 1,000% over the last 5 years. So this is the portfolio. This is from 2020. And if you're interested in investing in our fund, you can contact us on actalyze.com/invest. Thank you very much, and please like this video if you enjoyed the content, and talk soon.